knowledge, guidance, and support I received by ISKCON Prabhu. My first interactions with him were when I joined the youth group. He was always ready to disclose the teachings from Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and Chaitanya Charitamrita in a simpler way for us to understand. Unique stories with great teachings, interesting and interactive games, and debate activity all made me and my classmates hooked up and engaged. He also taught us ways to preach to others, though asking questions generated by modern society and showing us how to answer. His clever ways to respond to those questions such as, is God partial? Why do bad things happen to good people? Etc. always inspired me to learn more about Krishna and get closer to him. He gave me opportunities of growth in skills, not only spiritually, but also materially. He was also expert and clever in correcting my mistakes and make me improve. I really don't know how to thank and repay his efforts and making me a better person. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita chapter 12, text 13 and 14, that one who is engaged in devotional service with determination and who is not envious, but is kind friend to all living entities, and his mind and intelligence is fixed on him, is very dear to the Supreme Lord. I can see that Atulvandana Prabhu is very dear to Sri Krishna, as he was not envious but kind and merciful, and who treated friends and enemies equally, and always aspired to be Krishna conscious. Not only that, but his efforts of preaching Krishna and his message to others were great. Krishna even says that anyone who desires to preach this Bhagavad Gita philosophy to others, nobody is dearer to me than he. Text 68 of chapter 18 Bhagavad Gita. And pure devotional service is guaranteed. And at the end, he will come back to me. Hare Krishna. Srila Atulvandana Prabhu ki.
In a talk in Srimad Bhagavatam 2.3.13, Srila Prabhupada spoke about the qualities of a devotee. A devotee is sympathetic and friendly, a devotee is grieved, and a devotee is always satisfied and surrendered to Krishna. From my heart, Srila Atulvandana Prabhuji was the best role model that fit the description that Srila Prabhupada emphasized. He was always caring and nice and very supportive. When I would go to youth class, I would learn many things from him about the Bhagavad Gita and other scriptures, and he would be there to advise me to apply the teachings in my life. Prabhuji was very supportive in the sense that he always helped me grow. When my friends and I would do something wrong, he would always help us fix our mistakes and raise us in the path of bhakti. He was always there for me and others, and I really appreciate the efforts to make me a better person. I don't know how to repay what he did, but I will always try to follow his teachings in my life. Thank you, Krishna, for giving me the association of such a devotee who was always there to guide me to the right path and bring me closer to Supreme Lord. His Grace Santananda Prabhu ki.
I'm very thankful for Prabhuji because he helped me a lot in many ways. Some in learning about Krishna consciousness and some in personal matters. He was also very patient with me in the classes with the types of questions I give. He also was very kind. He would help anyone that was in need. Not only that, he was very trusting of others. Like he once helped my dad when someone's arguing against him. And I'm very thankful for him for all the things he did with my family, my family. And I'm very inspired by him, and I want to be like him.
So I'm a student of the youth group, and I personally didn't have like many interactions with Ashok Prabhu aside from like the classes we had together that he taught. But he was a really good mentor, and he was like able to teach us to follow the path of bhakti. And he would always like runs a business, and he would always like have time for the temple and teaching his Baldehar classes. And he would always spare time to like show us how to do service. And he would always do the service with us. He would never just tell us to do something and then abandon us to do it alone. So I'm very inspired by him, and he also like when my peers we would like attend the youth class. He was a great teacher. He would always like find specific lessons, and he would always repeat them over and over, making sure we like actually understood them before moving on. He taught me a lot, and yeah, thank you.
Hare Krishna everyone, my name is Siri. I'm also in youth class, and I've been sick this past week, so excuse my voice. But Ashok Prabhu was a really good teacher, and the way I like to think about it is it takes a lot to be a good teacher, but it also takes even more to be able to want to learn and grow along with your students. So they ask you questions, and if they're wondering about something. And not only did Ashok Prabhu help the temple community and congregation grow, but he helped all of his students grow in their own ways and actually get further in their journey. And it takes a lot to be a good person, and I think more than that, it takes a lot to be a great person, and that's how we will all remember Ashok Prabhu as a great person in our minds, and then a great soul in our hearts. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. My journey with Prabhuji was short but more meaningful. He is not just a teacher but a guide who brought Krishna into my life. He talks about my journey with the spiritual world, made me to think about my life towards Krishna. In the same spirit, Prabhu lived his life as a beautiful offering to the Lord. May Sri Krishna bless his onwards journey and grant him eternal save on his lotus feet. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, I'll speak a few words about Ashok Prabhuji now. Prabhuji was a good role model. He always did the right thing and was always very kind and humble. I have never seen Prabhuji being mean to anyone. He was always nice and friendly to everyone, adults and kids. He treated everyone as his own friend. Prabhuji helped my family a lot. He helped my brother with his sports injuries, my grandmother with her knee, and he even gave good advice to my dad. He taught us many things, like how to be patient, honest, and helpful. When Prabhuji came to my house, his last words to me were, "Be good and goodbye." Prabhuji was also trying to tell us something when we came to his house to do kirtan. He was looking into our eyes and he was trying to say something which I couldn't completely understand. But I understood that Prabhuji was trying to bless us, and I'm very fortunate to have his blessings. I feel really sad because he's no longer with us. I miss him a lot, but even though he's not with us, I'll always remember how kind and loving he was and all the things he has taught us. Overall, Prabhuji was an amazing person, and I want to be just like him. I'll always try to be kind, helpful, and friendly to everyone, just like he was, and follow his example every day. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, dear Abhilana Prabhuji. Though you are no longer with us in this physical world, your presence lives in our hearts every moment you have gifted us. As a GCS student, I was blessed to have Ashok Prabhuji as my youth classroom teacher. His teachings about Bhagavad Gita, Vaishnava etiquette, and much more went far beyond lessons. He shaped our values, strengthened our faith, and inspired us to walk on the path of Krishna consciousness. His words, patience, and compassion left a footprint on our lives that we can never erase. We pray that you are now in the spiritual world
embraced by divine love, eternal peace, and boundless bliss. Thank you, Prabhuji, for planting the seeds of devotion in our hearts and nourishing them with care and patience. Your legacy lives on in every heart you touched and every soul you uplifted. Thank you once again, Prabhuji, for all you have done to us. I really miss you.
Hare Krishna. Today I would like to offer my humble words in memory of Atulananda Prabhu. Prabhu was someone who truly loved to serve. He did so much for us and our temple, quietly working in the background, never wanting any recognition. When I think of him, I remember the Bhagavad Gita 12.14, where Krishna says, "One who works without selfish motives is very dear to me." Prabhu lived this verse every day. His whole life showed us what it means to be a real Vaishnava. He was humble, gentle, respectful, and always ready to help anyone. Recently, we have been learning about the Vaishnava etiquette, and I feel that Prabhu naturally had all those qualities. He didn't just teach them, he embodied them. The Srimad Bhagavatam, the symptoms of Vaishnavas are humility, compassion, and steady devotion. Whenever I saw Prabhu, I felt these qualities in him. He inspired us by showing us how to serve Srila Prabhupada's mission with sincerity and dedication. His life was his teaching. I'm grateful I got to see his example. I pray to Krishna that I can follow even a small part of the path he showed, serving with kindness, humility, and devotion. Thank you, Prabhu, for inspiring all of us through your service.
Hare Krishna, dear Ashok Mama. I really miss you, Prabhuji. You are very close to me. You are such a nice and humble person. I am truly blessed to meet you. You saw and took care of me since I was a little baby. You invited us to your house so many times, and I really enjoyed your company. Thank you for taking care of me so well, especially when I hurt my toe. You helped me a lot to heal it. I still have the lion toy you gave me. You are such a lovable person. Thank you for everything you have done for me. I still remember when you would scare me about the genie in your house and how you would hide laddus for me every time I would come, and for keeping a toy box for me and giving me so much books. Love, Rukmini. Dear Shraddha, you make every room bright because you're the shiner. You make everyone smile because of your kindness, and you let yourself be behind so others can shine, even though you're the one to make them shine. You made me believe in God and kindness, and you helped everyone even when they were at their lowest. So thank you for everything you do.
Dear Ashok Prabhuji, you are silly and kind, and you are a great role model. You always serve others, but you never accept any service. We all love you and miss you very much. You helped us all become better devotees, and even though you are not physically in this world, you are still with us. I thank you for everything you have done for us, and I will always miss you. From Gopal.
Hare Krishna, everyone. I'm going to speak a few lines about Ashok Prabhuji. Ashok Prabhuji helped me a lot when I got hurt playing sports. He showed me how to get better and always made me feel better. I will never forget what he said to me. He said, behave good with your sister and be good. I still can't believe that he left his body. I'm also so sad because he's not with us. But I will always remember him and how nice he was to me. Thank you for everything you have done for me and my family, Ashok Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji was funny. He was nice to everyone. He was a role model to me, and he helped my brother to love Krishna. He was loved by Krishna, and my brother learned to be nice with him. Prabhuji never was mean to anyone. Prabhuji is not in the physical world right now, but I will always remember him for all he did for us in the temple. He was more than enough for the world.
I love Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dear Shok Prabhuji, all of the memories are still in my heart. You are helpful, kind, and humble. I and everybody is going to miss you, Prabhuji. Love, Ashley.
Shreya is also there. Shreya wants to say, and everybody, Bhajana Prabhu.
Thank you, dear Ashok Prabhu. We miss you.
Hare Krishna. I knew Dr. Ashok Prabhuji for the past couple of years. I grew close to him and became very fond of him. He made it so easy. He touched our hearts so deeply and left a lasting impression, inspiring us to be like him. He was always just so ready to make the trip all the way to my apartment to pick me up, just so I could feel included. Even though he was so busy, he made me feel so special. When he learned that I was traveling to Dallas, without any hesitation, he decided to join along, despite his health. And that trip that I took with him will always be so memorable. I really enjoyed talking and connecting to him and his family. He was so patient, and the conversations were free-flowing and a lot of good qualities to take back every single time. He made me feel cared for after my family left for Dallas. His absence will be felt deeply by all of us, but I'm forever grateful for his association. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Let other people do justice to do it. So you want to do it?
So there are so many things that we can talk about Grace Abhilan Prabhu. I think I am going to echo so many qualities that he exhibited in person. So I was just talking to Venumadri Prabhu that each and everybody, from small kid to adults, everybody, devotees, and how he is able to open a communication channel with everybody. Whenever we have an appointment, we want to check with appointment. We never called a front desk. We just text him, Prabhu, I think I have backache now. I want your appointment. And then immediately he used to adjust the schedule. And Prabhu, come out 1 o'clock. That's all. That is what he used to do our appointments. We and my Harikucha, we never called the front desk anytime. That is one thing. And second thing, my initial association with Prabhuji started when we were in Bhakturiksha classes in Lal Gopal Prabhu, long time back, 15 years. Along with Prabhu, we used to attend his Bhakturiksha classes. That is how our association really started with Prabhuji. And that time, I never know that he is a doctor and he is a well-established personality in the society, because I'm very much new to that time. And later, he used to ask nice questions and we used to spend a lot of good times with Prabhuji there. And then later I realized that he's materially so much accomplished personality. I was really taken a surprise that how a person he can really act like that. And then another thing that I can remember that Prabhuji has given Srimad Bhagavatam class. I think a few weeks back, I think, right? He gave a Bhagavatam class. December 4th. So that is still resounding in my ears now. He was talking about, I think, first canto after Kunti prayers. He took a verse and he was talking about on that verse. And he's talking about the qualities of Yudhishthira Maharaj. Right? That time he was talking about what is really leadership means. It really touched my words. He said, I still remember when he said, leadership means taking responsibility, not putting some words or talking about ill about others or blaming others or something like that. Not like that. Every action a leader should take responsibility. And second thing he talked about their leadership means caring for everyone, not for only few people. That is how a leader should be there. And third thing he said, even whatever accomplishments one person has acquired during his lifetime, still we have to stay grounded and humble. Why I'm talking about, he is talking about all these qualities. We can practically see all these qualities in Adhuranga Prabhu, right? He exhibited those qualities and then he was talking about. And he also talked about empathy is the biggest thing that a leader should exhibit. So all these, whatever he was talking about, the qualities of Yudhishthira Maharaj, we can practically see in his life. So, and another, those are the very good leadership lessons that I learned from his last lecture. And other thing is that, when I say about recent diagnosis about Prabhuji's diagnosis, when I was talking to him, he said that we have accepted the bigger plan of Krishna. I have no worry at all. Don't worry about those things. You simply pray for me. That's what he said when he says about talking about anything else. And he was fearlessness. Prabhupada talks about fearlessness, right? So he also exhibited the quality of fearlessness. For me, anybody, it is easy to talk about philosophical words, but when the situations comes to in our life, and practicing those qualities is actually a big thing. So that is what we have seen in Adhuranga Prabhu's. So if we talk like this, we have so many experiences, so many things that we can talk about it. But I pray sincerely for him, that to give his blessings to me so that I can develop at least 1% of those qualities. Thank you very much.
We'll continue, so whoever would like to give their offering, please be ready. There is no rush. Yeah, please go ahead, Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna. We miss you, Ashok Prabhuji.
Thank you.